Meli Kalikimaka from Scottsdale, Arizona. I'm Al Dominic with my man Ron Burgundy.
Or Shevlin.
Or Shevlin. Which one do you want to be known as today?
We'll go Shevlin today.
We'll go Shevlin with a live studio audience here. Get a round of applause, everybody. Yeah, we're here for this year's GonzoBanker Awards, and we're going to have a little bit of fun like we do every year. This year we're doing it just a tad bit differently. We asked Ron to put on a tie.
Yeah, so let me just address that for a second, because I had it, you guys can see the tie I've got on. It's a nice one. But it wasn't the one I wanted. I had, apparently, a tie with a blue tie with Santa Clauses on it. I could not find the tie when I was packing. I went to my wife and I said, hey, do you know where my Santa Claus tie is? She goes, you mean the one with the little Santa Clauses that are flipping the bird? I go, yeah, that's the one. She goes, I threw that out a long time ago. I go, why did you do that? She goes, because your daughters do not need to know that their father has a tie with Santa Claus is flipping the bird. And you know what, Al?
What?
Now they do.
Everything's being kept down underneath the screen so that you don't know what I'm doing to Ron right now as we kick things off. But again, this is going to be a fun little experiment that we try out to give some recognition to some wonderful companies and individuals that we've taken out of over the course of a year. So glad you dialed in. Thanks for joining us. Ron, you got any final words before you hop right into the categories?
Yeah, we should talk a little bit about Gonzo and what that is.
I thought everyone knew what Gonzo was.
Yeah, well, it's not just a character from Sesame Street, and I think that's kind of the problem. The original term was actually not coined by Hunter S. Thompson, but was about Hunter S. Thompson and his style of journalism. And I would boil Gonzo down to three things: truth through experience. And that's kind of what we really practice here at Cornerstone. We want to bring the truth, but it's not we're reporting on it, we're not interviewing, we're in it. And I think that's the spirit of Gonzo and the spirit of Gonzo Awards.
Well, it's our man Sam Kilmer's got his boots on, and I love it because he talks about having boots on the ground. This is a reflection of having boots on the ground across the country. Banks, credit unions, tech companies, both early stage and mature, working with PE firms, working with VCs. We see a lot, and because of that, we've got some ideas and opinions as to who deserves a little nod and tap on the back.
Right, and that's a great point. Nobody submits their application for this. This comes from our experience, our opinions, and who we believe really deserve the best of this year's in banking.
Maybe we could put like a little Venmo sign, though. If people want to send us money for next year, we could take some donations.
Sure, that's real Gonzo.
Or cash me.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're not going to bore you with the details. You have to understand we've got some really cool things coming up. I have the privilege of talking about M&A and what's happening.
Al?
Live audience coming through. Mergers and acquisitions, my friends. That's what we're going to talk about because there's been some big deals announced this year. And as only a good award ceremony does, we've got some nominees that came through for the first one, which is Bank Acquisition of the Year on a national scale. So if you're at home, you probably have some ideas as to who's doing some pretty cool things. But I got to tell you, we have a tie. And the reason we have a tie is when Capital One had announced their acquisition of Discover, people said, that's great, is it ever going to close? Well, guess what? It did. And that was a big one. But we also have to give major props to our friend Tim Spence, who told me in October that he actually reads GonzoBanker. So this is a test for Tim to make sure that he wasn't lying to me about this. But we had Fifth Third acquire Comerica, which also is a massive mega deal that creates, I think, the 9th or 10th largest bank in the U.S. So to those four, congratulations.
All right.
You impressed with my delivery?
Very good.
Okay, thank you.
I have a tie too.
Here you go, Vanna. I'd like you to hold that one. So let's see, Bank Acquisition of the Year, regional or community. Now, we have some great regional and community friends. Don't get angry with me if you're not on this list because there's been a ton of deal activity in this segment. But we have opinions and we have ideas. And so if I can somehow rip open the envelope and come up with the award winner this year, the Green Bay Packers are going to be proud to see their board member, Mike Daniels, who's the CEO of Nicolet, is going to receive this for a great acquisition with Midwest One, who's also run by a guy named Chip Reeves, wonderful former college basketball player. And he is a great guy in Iowa City who's done some incredible things. Midwest One and Nicolet coming together creates a really interesting platform in the Midwest that I think people are going to be paying attention to. So Mike, Chip, and the whole team, well done on this deal.
Take that from you.
You're like the trash man I never knew I needed.
Absolutely.
All right, so Bank Merger of the Year. So who knew we could get 3 different M&A categories out of this, but I'm excited to see who gets this. Well, Sorry, microphone. I think I may have hit you. It is our friends in Georgia and Tennessee, so you know we're talking Synovus and Pinnacle Financial. Kevin Blair, Zach Bishop, Jamie Gregory, Matt Maxey, Liz Wolverton, like go down the list. Great, team at Synovus who is going to be coming together with Pinnacle in Nashville, Tennessee. Pinnacle is one of those incredible shops that has done some great things. Terry Turner started this. Rob McCabe was there from the start as well. Wonderful organizations coming together. I know people are going to be paying attention to can this deal work, because this is one of those larger acquisitions that people are having some interesting opinions on. But I know my man Steve Williams, who's in the audience, is probably going to give a little shout out. I wasn't asked for everyone. I just wanted Steve to say, hey, well done, guys. This is one of those deals we're going to be paying close attention to for years to come. So we have probably one more category on the M&A front. And again, Sam, what does M&A stand for?
Mergers and acquisitions.
And why would we have to explain that out?
Because some people may not know what M&A means.
And if you don't know what it means, good thing you're here at this award show. So, Credit Union Merger of the Year. Yes, there were some deals struck in credit union land. For my friends who think that I don't pay attention to what's happening in the credit union space, I beg to differ. I was told by our crack team that there was a merger between ENT, otherwise known as ENT, which merges with Wings. So this was one of those credit union deals that I think even if you're not paying attention to what's happening in this space, you would say, wow, that's a pretty significant combination of franchises. So we wish them all the best.
What's the new name going to be? Went?
Are you breaking the news?
No, it's Wings.
It's Wings.
It's Wings. Here we go.
Well, I think Went would have been better, no? Okay,
Well,
whatever.
Op-ed's over here on Cornerstone set, but what are we going to next? Shout it out, Hannah, because we need to get some good folks coming into the space.
Our next category of awards are the Smarter Bank Awards category.
Ooh, Smarter
Right.
Bank Awards. I've never heard of this term at Cornerstone.
Yeah.
And wait a second. Come on in. Who's this?
Well, hello, everyone. Happy holidays. And I did bring a treat. Ron, I mentioned this to you last week, but this is Coquito. And Coquito is what Latinos like to know as our version of the eggnog.
Dígame.
It's a little bit of coconut crema,
Sí.
evaporated milk,
Ooh.
a little
me
bit
gusta.
of rum,
Ooh, me gusta.
the thumb,
Oh, excelente.
and a little bit of cinnamon and hidden spices. So we're going to celebrate all the winners today
¿Por qué no?
soon after. So cheers to you all, and happy
You want to take
Coquito.
my seat so you
Let's
can show that
go.
bottle off?
Scram.
All right, well, I'll come back in.
Let's make this quick so we can get to the good stuff.
There we
here.
go. There we go.
All right. So, ready to do Smarter Bank?
Let's do it.
Listen, before we do though, do you know where the term Smarter Bank came from?
I believe so, but expound.
So a long time ago, like 10 years ago, the best book ever published about the industry of banking appeared on the scenes. It has come and gone. Nobody knew who wrote this book. You can get it on Amazon for like 49 cents. But more recently, Steve adopted Smarter Bank label as something that we ought to be aspiring to and our clients aspiring to. So we have defined a number of attributes of a smarter banker credit union, and we're giving out awards in each of those categories today.
There we go. And I think I'm kicking it off with
You
hyper
are.
efficient. All right. So when we think about hyper efficient, we think about the world of automation. Who is digitally first? So for the hyper efficient award, let's see who it is. Drum rolls, please. All right. Let's see. Let's see. All right. This is a little. Let's see who it is.
See how she does that, Al?
All right. We have Wintrust Financial. So this Midwest standout pretty much has mastered what many institutions only aspire, right? So I think they have, 15 community bank charters, and just an institution that makes efficiency look so good. It reminds me of my inner Oprah. You get efficiency, and you get efficiency, and you get efficiency. So shout out to the Wintrust team for this amazing award. Yeah?
Very good.
All right, where are we next?
Just toss it over your
Who goes? I think you said the next one.
All right, differentiated. Say that 3 times, right? So expound a little bit about what this pillar is of the Smarter Bank.
It's about focus on particular segments, product areas, lines of business, capabilities and competencies. And the banks and credit unions that have that are able to differentiate in their markets beyond just sort of having the vanilla products.
All right, let's see who it is. Drum roll. All right, this is a little easier. All right, New York Metropolitan Bank and our buddy over Mark DeFazio, who has literally taken strategy to the next level. So this is, I think, more of proof that the world, when we think about niches, when we think about specialization, when you double down, you are locked and loaded with this specific award.
Awesome.
Yay! All right, next pillar, take it away.
I think the next one is the Nimble Award. I had wanted to call this category the Agility Award, so I'm going to call it the Nimbility Award. And this year it goes to, now I have to figure out how to open these things.
Just crack it open.
And this year it goes to Grasshopper Bank, who partnered with Narmia. There were a couple of really good candidates, a couple of honorable mentions in this category I want to mention, Stacy. Live Oak partnered with Casca to introduce generative AI into their lending processes. Another good one was Cross River, who just recently launched stablecoin payments that tie together both fiat and stablecoin crypto rails integrated into their core system. So a couple of really good candidates. But the winner here was Grasshopper Bank, who partnered with Narmi to launch a model context protocol, which enables their small business clients to integrate their data into an LLM to really boost and power up a lot of the analysis of the data. So the Nimble Award goes to Grasshopper this year.
Okay.
And the next one is going to be the Data Driven Award. You know, I often like to say that the greatest lie in banking is we're a data-driven institution, because it's not true for a lot. But we do have some good candidates. Good, and we'll see if I can figure out how to get this one open too.
And we always speak about this and what's going on in banking, right? I mean, especially now more than ever. I know I'm always on the road and folks are speaking about AI and how to build on top of their foundation, but you're nothing without good data.
Right.
So let's see who it is.
This year, winner for Data-Driven Smarter Banker Award, Boeing Employee Credit Union out in Washington. Good couple of candidates in this category as well. Would point to both SoFi and One United Bank, who both launched chatbots or generative AI engine to help their clients do a lot better job with it, analyzing their finances. A couple of really good candidates there, but Boeing Employee Credit Union wins the award for data-driven this year by acquiring EarnUp, an AI engine that basically boosts Boeing right into having an AI capability all in-house now. So I think that's why we gave Boeing the award this year.
That's huge.
All right, one last category in the Smarter Bank. Stacey, you want
let's
to take this one?
shoot. What do we have here? Opportunistic. So I know we find, who's seizing the moment. I always like to say carpe diem. So I like to call this the Carpe Diem Award, right? Can we shoot for that one as well, right?
Yeah.
All right. And the Carpe Diem Award for Opportunistic goes to Huntington Bank. This is a regional powerhouse who acquired Veritix Bank out of Texas, if my memory serves me right. And then also struck a transformational deal with Cadence Bank. And it basically goes to show that true opportunity is when you double down, when you're bold, and when you are literally creating transformation through market spread. So shout out to the folks over at Huntington Bank and congratulations. Keep riding.
All right,
Ready?
rolling along.
Woohoo! Who's next? Let's go.
FinTech
The
Award.
FinTech. Come on, Sam. Come on down. What do you have? Treats?
I'll take a
Yes.
GonzoBanker
Happy
Awards hug. It's so
holidays.
good to see you.
Likewise.
And I just want to point out that my family has been, I would say, savoring and saving this legendary fruitcake. I think we're on our 18th or 19th holiday season now that we've been passing this around. So thankfully there's all types of preservatives that are probably now banned from all types of international conventions that are keeping this from molding, and I'd like to give this to both of you
There we go.
to enjoy for later. I think somehow or another the nog is going to be much better.
There we go. I think we're
enough.
going to mix it up.
Got a knife? Let's cut into it now.
Well, all
Don't
yours.
actually- Oh, so good to see you.
Of course. Thank you.
Well, good to be with you, Ron.
All right, great to have you, bud.
So I guess we should start doing some like awards or something, huh? Is that how this works?
I think so.
All right. Well, hey, let's just jump to the next FinTech award here, and we actually have the Core System Deal of the Year in banks. Let's go ahead and open that up. I saw from the prior envelopes that everybody was having some real interesting difficulties getting these open. So the security experts, crack security experts here at Cornerstone, great job on keeping this. So the winner of the Core System Deal of the Year for bank is Thread Bank, and this is a really interesting one. $800 million asset Thread Bank based in Nashville. You may have heard of them. They're kind of a big deal, but they're not a huge bank. They're $800 million. But what's really interesting about them, and Ron, you know, we talk a lot about embedded finance, and they're really big in embedded and banking as a service. We really, whether you're a Harry Styles fan or you're a Prince fan, we really thought this one was a sign of the times type of a deal, because really what Threadbank did was they brought in both Fiserv, Finxact, which is a modern core that allows you to kind of do some different things on the front end. And then they paired it up with Interlace from a company called Infinite that you may have heard of, which is sort of like the embedded banking layer. So you've kind of got two layers. As many of you may have seen in fintech, there's been a lot of scrutiny in the industry on shadow banking and some of these, can we trace where all the money's coming from? And this deal from Chris Black and the team over at Threadbank, as well as Mike Lyons and the team at Fiserv, and Riaz Sayed and team at Infinite, is the core bank deal of the year. Put that over there in your. All right, next award. We've got the core system deal of the year for credit unions. And once again, we're going to test my manual dexterity skills here.
I'm going to just open them all up to make it easy.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Well, you do that. I'm just gonna
Straight through processing. Good work, Ron Shevlin. So the course.
Hyper efficiency.
That's right, hyper efficiency. You differentiated, yeah, you. So core system deal of the year, credit union goes to KEFQ, that's Citizens Equity First Credit Union. And this deal that Correlation actually won the deal. Some interesting things about KEFQ, based in Peoria, Illinois. You may have heard, will it play in Peoria? As it turns out, Correlation played in Peoria. And KEFQ is kind of interesting, another sign of the times, if you will, because they were actually on an in-house core system that they had built themselves. And they'd been on it for 40 years. They had really, really wanted to make sure that they had this responsiveness that they'd had from their own internal teams. And so this is a great example of someone who's been in-house for a long time. We've seen a lot of this where they ultimately moved to an outsourced model. So in this case, it's Correlation, the second largest deal I believe that Rob Landis and the team at Correlation have ever won. And essentially what they then are also doing is using SwitchThink, which is another related provider, to essentially outsource that in a hosted environment. So congratulations to Correlation and congratulations to KEFQ. All right, digital deal of the year, bank. So we're going to be talking about digital banking. Shocker, GonzoBanker's talking about digital banking. And the digital deal of the year goes to Q2's signing of Town Bank. So for those of you who aren't familiar with Town Bank, $17 or $18 billion asset bank based in Virginia. Great example, I would say, very indicative of the category, which is they're looking to do digital for their commercial clients, small business clients, and their consumer clients all in one. This, as you know, Ron, has been pretty much the trademark of Q2 over the last several years, and this one is no different. So congratulations to the Town Bank team, as well as the Matt Flake and the team at Q2 on the digital deal of the year for banks.
It's not Towny Bank, then?
It is not Towny Bank, it's Town Bank.
Okay.
Let's get our pronunciations right.
Okay.
Stacy will help us out with that later too, with all the other pronunciations. And we'll also have digital deal of the year for credit unions. So let's jump right into this one and again test old Kilmer's manual dexterity skills. And we actually have, drum roll please. Okay, thank you very much, tip of my hat, because we actually have a tie here. We have two winners for digital deal of the year in credit union. And so the first one you heard Al mention earlier, Int Credit Union and their merger with Wings. I believe just right now at the recording of Showtime, that merger has been approved. I think it goes into effect in January. So we're gonna have a $19 or $20 billion credit union, a top 10 credit union in that merger. So this is another sign of the times, because this is one where Lumen Digital, who Wings Credit Union had been using and also was an investor in. There was a deal, actually a pretty big deal announced earlier this year where Lumen was backed by 5 credit union investors, in addition to some private equity investors that Al mentions work in private equity. And so Lumen Digital essentially ended up winning all of the merger with Int and with Wings, what will be called Wings Credit Union. And so again, sign of the times, because it's not only about flexible functionality, but it's about, are you an investor? Are you a builder? Are you investing in this community? So that's the digital deal of the year credit union. Number one. The other tie is with Backbase and their win of another top 10 credit union, large credit union, Alliant Credit Union based in Chicago. You may have heard of them. They're kind of a big deal. They're known for, well, for starters, I think they're one of the only, if not the largest, digital-only credit union in the nation, known for innovation. And Backbase, known for being a platform, as you know, Ron, that Yao Plater and team have built to essentially be flexible to kind of build to suit at some larger banks. And so Alliant is going to be like some of the larger banks, going to be moving into a deployment with Backbase. So that's the winner for Digital of the Year.
Yeah, looking forward to see what they do with what Alliant does with this.
Totally, absolutely. And we have some more awards here, do we not? We have FinTech Deal of the Year. And let's see here. Oh, I really like that GonzoBanker sticker on there. Is there any extras? I might like take home my swag bag. Is there any back there in the back? Anybody? Okay, stickers? Okay, very good. All right. I think that was the pick it up signal. Come on, Kilmer, you're getting long-winded. FinTech Deal of the Year, we have another tie, which means this is going to take longer than you expected. Okay, so we've got Alchemy's March acquisition of deposit origination and point-of-sale provider Mantle. And also another winner would be CSI's October acquisition of digital banking platform Aperture. Listen, I'll keep this brief and summary on the Alchemy acquisition of Mantle. Digital account opening, as you've seen in the research, Ron, has been the biggest. It's been the biggest thing since sliced bread in our research for what, like 5 years in a row, something like that. And Mantle did both consumer and commercial, and so commercial's been a big focus for Alchemy. So that allows Stephen Bohannon, Nathaniel Harley, and team. Alex Shootman and that whole bunch to focus on that. Now let's switch gears over to CSI and their acquisition of Aperture. CSI's new CEO, Nancy Longer, has been very, very focused on building up commercial capabilities and digital capabilities from what they've had. And Aperture, which many of you may know, was incubated by Live Oak Bank, and First Data really allows them to get there. So that's our winner for FinTech Deal of the Year.
Awesome. You got more?
I got more.
My goodness. Who scheduled this?
I know, right? I think I got too many of them. So we got there's one more left. We got the Investor Deal of the Year. I'm getting better at this envelope opening thingy as we go. So appreciate all the pointers from all you people that are telling me nothing. Okay. So our private equity deal of the year, investor deal of the year, is for Centerbridge Partners' $2 billion, that's $1 billion, October acquisition of lending tech gorilla Meridian Link. You may have heard of Meridian Link. They're a really big deal in the lending area. And this acquisition was a monster. And I think it shows that there's still a lot of energy, although we've had a rough couple of years in fintech, still a lot of energy around this with the investor community. So investor deal of the year, Centerbridge and Meridian Link.
Very good.
Coming back from commercial break, I had to find a little Elmo mug. I need to take a sip of this. It's been driving me crazy listening to you guys talk as it's just been teasing me. So I don't know, Stacey, can you come up here and remind me what this is called?
Yes.
Sam, I'm going to take that too.
Yes.
Very good. Drink that.
So we got to do a little shake here, a little coquito, get all the spices going.
It always makes me leave whenever you break out the good stuff.
All right.
You're off.
All right.
And this looks pretty interesting. I don't know where Steve or Sam or whoever brought this. It's got a powerful whip, and I don't know what's going on over here either.
Cinnamon stick.
Whoa, get your...
I'm not sure that's sanitary either.
Tis the season.
Okay,
Tis the
well,
season. Give it a try.
You said there's rum in here?
There's rum
All right.
and coconut. Enjoy.
Ooh, this is the way to have an award show. Hey, it's good to be back.
Excellent. Good to have you back.
All right, so what we're talking about is what? Technology?
I don't know.
Well, we got a great voice in the industry who talks about why money is so important, and sometimes it's not. And she's got a podcast called Money Isn't Everything.
Money is everything.
Well, I think money is everything too, but she says it isn't. So I'm trying to be polite to Mary Wisniewski, who's hanging out back here. And then,
all right, you can have my seat here, man.
wait, I like wine. So is that for me? Is that for Ron?
It depends how much you drink of that.
All right, things are starting to get a little out of control.
We
So
got liquids.
let's sit on down and see what we've got, because now you can't even see our award categories, but we've got some really cool ones to finish things up. So I wanted to pass the first envelope to you, Mary, and also to say hello and welcome.
Hello.
Welcome to the set.
Thank
But what do we
you.
have here?
Okay, well, let's give me a. Oh wow, I see why everyone was like, "What is happening?"
Hold on, but what is it called?
Well, it's called the Swanky Spank Award. So we all hit the rounds. We go to all the conferences. Some of us get things sent in the mail, like this gentleman over here seems
Yeah,
to
yeah,
be.
swanky swag, of course. Hey, can I interrupt this? I mean, this.
I mean,
I'm involved in some of this, and I want to get
I
back
thought this
on
was your.
camera
I thought this
again.
was your award that you created to be in the seat. All right,
But I took it
Can I get
over.
a taste
But I
of
guess I
this?
didn't
Can I
take
get
it
a taste
over.
of this stuff here too? Hold on here. I just
Yeah.
got to get a little.
Yeah.
The cinnamon stick. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, this looks delicious. Let me just real quick.
Get model ready.
That
So.
is delicious. Yeah. So listen, I just have to real quickly chime in here on the swanky swag award because we had a couple of contenders. And I'm going to be using this in a second. This is a Yeti espresso demitasse that Alchemy sent out to analysts in the industry. I'm fortunate to be one of those. And wow, these are cool. I've just
I
been.
didn't get one.
What, you didn't get one?
I didn't
Okay,
get one
Ron, you can have this
I
one.
see what this award is.
Put you some coquito in there, and we'll be off to the races. Also, another honorable mention: the folks over at Plinkett did a sun-safe kit here involving a hat and sunglasses. For some of us who are follically challenged, this is mighty handily. So that's good. But as you mentioned, Mary, Quavo had this amazing baseball jersey, and this kid,
Blue?
blue jersey, but also check this out. They even customized it so this little leaguer from way back when, from this kid from Indiana, really appreciates it. So really love the swanky swag. Thank you so much for letting me interrupt you in the middle of what otherwise was a very polite award.
I was like, did I let you?
I don't know that
Thank
you let us, but
yes.
Sam
Thank you
Gilmer,
for
everyone.
joining. Thank you
Oh
for
yeah, you
modeling.
didn't let me do
Yeah,
that.
Sam Kilmer, everybody.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
All right. We got another.
how do we follow up that?
Well, I don't know. I feel thrown and also envious and a little bit like, where are my goods?
Well, where your goods at?
All
FinTech
right.
Startup of the Year is probably
right.
where you want to start.
Yeah, I would say so. Look at this. All right. That's how I felt. And I'm
Give me
glad
some warning.
I'm glad I didn't like ruin the whole thing. The FinTech Startup of the Year goes to Gift Card. And Gift Card is this really, really lovely startup. I think it's in year 7, and they have helped get money really quickly to people in crisis. So that was during LA fires, that was during SNAP shutdown, that's been helping out in the flooding. And the founder is just this really cool guy who used to like physically hand cards to people on the back of his bike. And now you can hear like the mayor of San Francisco raving about him for helping
Oh, that's cool.
out. Yeah.
I'm glad you said that because when you said it's a lovely little story, I was like, is this a bless your heart moment in the South where somebody's going to say, oh, bless your heart, you're so wonderful.
Oh, bless your heart.
And really, they hate you.
Yeah.
Any northerner who doesn't know that, let me just give you that advice. If you go down to the South, bless your heart, you may not be in good standing. Anyway, you learn the hard way, but we're not in a bad place right now.
Well,
right? I think we got a bank.
Anything could change.
True. Bank Technology of the Year. You want to give this one out?
Yeah, okay.
Do I have to-
I'll do it. I'll
She's
slow
opening
it.
it. I'm just going to grab my
I'll do it
coquito
slowly,
here. Sorry
like-
about that, guys.
Slow.
Slow and low.
Yeah. All right. We got a big word, tokenization. So I think we
Hashtag that thing out.
well, I know,
Right.
but then you have to work on the spelling.
You
or
can only put
feel
3
like-
hashtags on the LinkedIn post, but
3 or 0. I mean, it's like losing paper.
it is a debate.
Yeah. The tokenization, okay, so this has been like, I don't know, like the hidden story for so many years from our world almost because it was like, oh, crypto's so speculative, you know, we're not really paying attention to this, but bam, this year brought in the regulation of the Genius Act, got the Clarity Act thing going on, so now like investment and attention is there, and we're not talking just like stablecoin or tokenized deposits, it's like wider implications of how it could be used in investment assets and secured lending, and so this is the award.
Yeah, we so fancy.
Yeah.
Talking tokenization here on Plugged In.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not on Plugged In. I just see my man Steve. Steve Williams is over here. He
maybe
wants to
we
come over
are.
here.
Maybe we are.
It's like Santa Claus makes an appearance and throws me for a loop. This is the Gonzo Awards, not the Plugged In
I've
Awards.
always wanted to be Santa.
Oh, wow, guys. It's time,
Told you.
it's time for the big moment. And that is, Mary, if you could
Vacate?
vacate and head back to West Hollywood because it's time for the big deal, the Gonzo Bankers of the Year. But for all of my colleagues, I have brought us for dinner tonight a Dubuque Royal Buffet ham. And for those of you who do yoga and work out and watch your diet, I want you to know this has over 1,000 milligrams of sodium. So it's going to be wonderful to work on some canned ham.
Will it pair well with this?
It pairs
Carnero's
well with the Pinot Noir.
Okay.
Canned ham and Pinot Noir is the holiday combo.
All right, I like it.
Hey, we work with so many great bank, credit union, fintech executives, but we wanted to give some big awards to the Gonzo Bankers of the Year, Al, and I know you're going to know these folks. We're going to start with regional banks out there. And there's a lot of good ones. Let me tell you about this one. It goes to Phil Green at Cullen Frost Bank, or Frost Bank as you know them in Texas. This is a place that has been around forever, based on integrity, caring, and excellence. 32 years straight of dividends. If you bought them 10 years ago, you've had a consistent Swiss watch 9% annual return. For 16 years, they've been J.D. Power's #1 bank in Texas. And they are not just a good old, fashioned community bank. They now open up 47% of their consumer accounts online, almost like B of A's numbers.
Yeah, and by the way, this is not investment advice that Steve is offering up, because that does sound pretty sweet to hear those type of returns.
But I got to tell you, if you've ever met Phil, he's one of the most modest folks out there, a true gentleman banker. And what's great about them is they really are focused on organic growth. I encourage you to look at their investor deck where they talk about the benefit or the value of organic growth versus M&A. So an interesting counterpoint from Phil Green and the great team and the legendary bank, Frost, out of San Antonio, Texas.
Yeah, Lone Star State's been blowing up this year.
Yes,
Some
it has.
really, really big, awesome things happening down in Texas.
Then we'd like to do a GonzoBanker Award for the entrepreneurial mid-sized bank segment. And it's crowded with crazy entrepreneurs who do great things.
Yep.
Now this year, we're going to give it to Greg Garabrandt from Axos Bank. Now, this is an interesting story. If you don't know Greg or know about Axos, go study it. What if you took an industrial engineer with a law degree and an MBA who spent time as a trader at Goldman Sachs, a lawyer at Skadden Arps, and a management consultant at McKinsey?
Haven't heard of those three shops.
You would get Greg. He's this powerful, wicked, smart combo. And when he took over Axos Bank, they were $1 billion in 2007. They now today are knocking on the door of $26 billion.
Yeah.
12.5% 10-year annual return, 16% ROE, and the last 5 years in this liquidity crunch, 18% annual growth in deposits.
Yeah, massively incredible story. And Steve and I were listening to Greg speak at an event that we were both at, and we both left saying, if this isn't our collective nomination for the Gonzo of the Banker of the Year Award, who is? Because those numbers and that performance, it just speaks for itself.
And that's it, a bold guy, not without controversy, but I encourage you to read the investor deck and how it compares the strategy, the talk of technology out there as well.
Yeah, I got one more.
right.
I got one more sitting here.
All right, near and dear to my heart, I think we've got a credit union Gonzo Banker of the Year, and that's because this person's quite special to me. It goes to Jerry Agnes at Elevations Credit Union. And let me tell you a story. Jerry took over this credit union when the former CEO had passed away from a heart attack in 2007, just like Greg. Now, at the time, the credit union had $67 million of capital. Jerry is going to retire in late February of 26, where they will be knocking on the door of $400 million of capital. Also famous because Jerry is a two-time Malcolm Baldrige winner. The Elevations team is the first credit union in history to win the Malcolm Baldrige Award. Also a great culture. Jerry has a 94% approval rating on Glassdoor as a CEO, one of the highest in the financial industry. And I'm going to end this Gonzo Banker Award with a great story. His wife, Cindy Agnes, one of the nicest people on earth, has been making cookies for the Elevations employees every holiday season. Now that was great when the credit union was small. Now it's knocking on the door of over $4 billion in assets, and Cindy spends 2 weeks a year making over 8,000 cookies and hand delivering them to every employee at Elevations Credit Union. That's the grit, the gonzo, the community that we love about Cornerstone clients. And Ron, I'm going to let you come back and get ready to close us out. But we love the troublemakers of America, the regional community banks and credit unions, the fintechs who support them. Yeah. Come on in, Ron. I'll let you have the last
before you
word.
go, I think we just bring everyone over here. Let's get Stacy in here. Let's get Mary. Let's get Sam.
Right.
Come on in here, guys. Like, we've got to get just like a fun little wave, because in addition to loving this, we think this is so important that we can just say thanks.
All right, let's get in close.
We want to say thanks to everyone who's out there who listens to things like this and gets engaged and talks and cares. And we've got a great vocalist right behind me who might want to take us home.
All right, Stacy, take us out.
All right. Well, sleigh bells ring. Are you listening? In the lane Snow is glistening. A beautiful sight. We're happy tonight.
Walking in a winter wonderland.
Love you guys. Talk soon.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, God.
Poquito. Un poquito. Un poquito bueno.
Tough crowd, Stacy.